Once again, we find ourselves listening to the news about mass shootings, and not just mass shootings, which involve at least 3 people dying, but the murders that are taking place throughout our country, on our streets, in our schools, in the places we always thought would be safe. What does that say to us about the culture we have become? You know, this past weekend we watched thousands of people march to respect life, not just life for the unborn, but life for everyone. You know, today we celebrate the feast of the conversion of St. Paul. He too, in his own lifestyle, had little regard, especially for Christians, and didn't even bother him to have them persecuted, arrested, eventually martyred. You know, he had that conversion moment that we too must have in our lives at some point, when we see the things that need to be done that are right and good and holy. Not just to sit back and hope somebody else is going to do it, because if we don't get involved, who is going to make the change? You know, we're raising children in a time that's very frightening. And even though we realize that God is always with us, that God stands with us, that God protects us, we have to ask ourselves, what are we doing to bring that message to this world? Are we bringing that message of hope and faith and life to those who need it? Too much is being destroyed. Too many lives are being absolutely wasted for no reason whatever. And too many people are suffering, especially those who suffer from mental illness. You know, we're entering into kind of the depths of winter these days, when depression becomes very much a part of life for many people. But even in the midst of winter, there is always reason to hope. Even in the midst of so much darkness, there is always light. Certainly we pray for those who continue to die at the hands of those who are not well, those who are innocent, just learning to live their lives. We pray for their families, for their consolation, but we need to pray for ourselves. That St. Paul, just like him, had his eyes open, had to pick himself up, and had to think, what am I really doing with my life? Probably something all of us should go through, no matter how old or how young we are.